I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access TV.
And I'm Kim Anderson, a board member on MCAT and the Associate Director of Humanities Montana.
We're welcoming you to our, April 21st already?
Yes, it is.
April 21st edition of Missoula Live. We've got tons of guests, so I'm going to be very brief in my MCAT talking. And I just wanted to remind you that we are offering 3 camps at least this summer. One is called Media Camp, where kids are going to go around and interview the likes of Mark Haka, the chief meteorologist for KCI. They're going to take a tour of KPAX. They're going to go visit Annie Gard at the Pea Green Boat at KUFM Radio. On Animation Camp Week, that's in July. You can see our website for specific dates. Kids are going to play with stop action figures, Lego figures, Play-Doh. They get bored. We know kids get bored, so we take them to the fire station #1 down here on Van Buren.
It's a field trip. Who doesn't love it?
Yeah, exactly. And they get to tour the facility, run the big hose, and get some demonstrations about water safety and such.
Right.
They're showing you on the website. That's the thing you would click on, MCAT Summer Camps. And then finally, Movie Making Camp is the end of July to the beginning of August. And that we're asking kids have some previous experience because they're going to deal with a script and they're going to make an 8-minute short movie in that 1 week time. These camps are geared for kids to be 9 to 13, and that's open to mild amounts of negotiation. So if you're interested, call us, 542-6228. They are afternoon camps from 1 to 5. And the registration fee is $100 a week.
And they fill up fast. So
yeah, we already got, there's 3 camps. We've got 3 kids in each of the 3 camps, and the total will be 36. There's only 12.
All right, so it's not too soon to start thinking.
Yeah.
I only have one little announcement, or actually a request, and that is that this July, Humanities Montana is going to go through strategic planning.
Whoa.
Yeah, creating a new 5-year plan. For how we can best serve all of Montana. And in order to prepare for that, we have a survey on our website that we are asking as many people as possible to take. So we know what people are interested in, what kinds of programs.
Oh, yeah, and you guys are pretty flexible with your Speakers Bureau,
and
funding different things.
Our grants and our reading and discussion groups. And
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to weigh in on what sorts of cultural events you think are most important, please go to our website, Humanities Montana. It is right there. Tell us what you think.
Got it.
Thank you so much, Scott. And fill out the survey. It only takes a minute, and it would help us immensely.
Great, and that's humanitiesmontana.org.
Yes.
So Ed Dinges and Bob Irwin are here to discuss the Western Montana Wood Show. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you want to tell people about it? I could do it all, but you're here, and so you got to say something.
Probably do better than I would anyway.
It's time for the woodworking show.
Right.
Yeah.
You lead off, Ed.
It's going to be the 3rd and 4th of May. It's $3 to get into for adults. Children under 12 are free. And we'll have carvers from Montana, Washington, some from Oregon, maybe even some from Canada and Idaho. We don't know for sure yet. But it's a pretty good deal. We try to get young kids interested in carving. And I think we got 20-some members right now is what we've got. And a couple of those are, pre-teen or teen. So we'll get the young kids started in it. We want to keep wood carving going. It's a lot of fun.
And you maintain a website. Here they put up some pictures of work by the Western Montana Woodcarvers Association. Or you guys are the Montana Woodcarvers Association. So here's some examples. Do you know who did the work we just saw? It just, I don't know if they had more pictures. It just went away. Just they came back.
There's some more.
I think Carolyn Majors did the stacked pumpkins, and I'm not sure who did the other one. That's from the carving show last year. There's Jason. He's one of our younger
There's a
carvers.
youngster, yeah.
Yeah, he's homeschooled. He's a pretty sharp kid. That's Jim Carroll there. And that's the Indian chief I did in relief.
Wow.
Oh, you did that one then?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I did the eagle there too,
Beautiful.
with the feathers on it.
I did the eagle on the right, I think.
Oh, that one's gorgeous.
And I did the Santa there.
Oh, look how neat.
And Jim Carroll did that turkey, and he's got the iridescence on it down pat. You pass it, and it just changes colors.
And those are
cool.
both
Amazing.
mine, carving those.
Oh, look at that.
All right, I guess it went around. So people kind of get the idea. Is there a membership fee to join the club?
It's $12 a year. They prorate it over the,
Oh,
if you
of course,
come in
year,
now,
sure.
it'd be $8 until the
So it's
first
$1
of the
a
month.
Not bad.
Yeah, basically
That's
$1 a month.
amazing.
Yeah.
And we meet every Monday night at the fire station at 39th and Russell.
Okay.
And we usually arrive around 7, some a little earlier. And just free carving until 9. Once in a while we'll have a speaker. And the old people help the young people, and the young people help the old people.
Not a bad plan.
So
Yeah.
It's pretty good,
Now,
really.
if you were someone like me who had never carved before and didn't even know what kinds of tools and things you needed, could you just go to one of your meetings?
You
and,
bet.
Yes.
and
you don't even have to bring a knife.
really?
We'll provide you with a knife to get started with, and if we know you're coming, probably a blank to get started on.
And some
Excellent.
Band-Aids in case you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. You're right there at the
That
fire
does happen
station.
occasionally.
you're in the right spot. Now,
one-
yeah,
One thing I want to mention, during the wood carving show, we always have a raffle to help raise money for the club, and sometimes it's carvings that people donate, and tools, books. We have one lady that usually donates a quart of honey and different things, but there's probably 50, 60 different items that people can buy raffle tickets on and win, which we'll have a drawing on Sunday afternoon just before we close up.
On the fairgrounds, there's so many buildings out there. We'll be all signed
Come in
up.
off of South Avenue, it's the old, I call it the Marsda building.
Oh, I do too. I know where it is.
Yeah.
The Marsda
Right.
Dance Hall, right? With
Yeah,
that
the old
first
dance
one
hall.
right there?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
And fairgoers, Western Montana fairgoers, if they know where the quilts are typically displayed, they
Right.
know where this building is. And it's right by the south. Can't
Yeah,
miss it.
you can't miss it going in.
Our featured carver this year is George Wilson from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. George is an excellent carver,
golly.
and he's especially his birds. He has some just wonderful birds. But he'll be there during both days of the show, and he'll be doing some carving, and he'll have a lot of his carvings on display there, so you can see
So
them.
there are times during the show when you can actually watch people like that who are really skilled carving?
Right.
Neat.
All right, they say we got to go because I booked so many guests. I apologize, but I'm going to repeat what is going on. It's a Western Montana Wood Show. Admission is $3 at the door at the Marsda Hall, which is right by South Avenue at the fairgrounds. The date Saturday, May the 3rd, from 9 to 5:30. Sunday, May the 4th, from noon to 4. If you have questions about it, you can call Terry P. at 273-4219. And I want to thank Ed and Bob, both of you, for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Another
coming
year.
again.
More power to you.
We hope to
Have a
see
good
you at the show.
Yes.
All right, we'll be
on
right
out.
back, you guys. We've got guests. They're coming out of the woodwork, so we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Abraham Kim. I'd like to share with you our upcoming Mansfield Conference, Human Trafficking, Montana, and the World, which will be held on April 15th through the 17th at the University Center on the campus of the University of Montana. For more information, please visit our website at www.mansfieldconference.org.
Hey, what's up, MCAT viewers? I'm Josh Meny, and I'm here to tell you about a new show we're going to be having on MCAT Channel 7. It's called Wake Up Missoula, and on it there's going to be news, weather, social media, guests, YouTube clips, school board meetings, clips on MCAT from the 1990s, music, and more. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be starting in March, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Check us out. Wake Up Missoula.
Called America's Super Pageant. Oh, we're back. We're back so fast because we have so many guests. Sorry, you caught us signing
Doing a little
for
homework.
them a witness that they were here, which I think is so sweet. It's kind of like you're like in the Girl Scouts or something.
Yeah.
So, sorry, people of television land. Salinas, Callison, Kevi, Berger are here. They are representing America's Super Pageant, and it has a history behind it about seatbelt safety awareness. Perhaps you want to tell people about that too.
It does. Our pageant director, Janet Beer, her daughter, Alanya, was killed in a tragic car accident not wearing her seatbelt.
Yep.
And so a year later, Janet started the pageant, and so it is a national platform for all state title holders to promote. We have the option of promoting our own as well, but that is the pageant platform. And so all of us state queens go, and we talk about seatbelt safety. Kevi and I are both part of the Missoula Seatbelt Coalition, and do presentations that way. So
Yeah. So that's part of its history.
Yeah, well, it's an
I mean,
important.
it's something that
cause.
Janet is doing to try to make a good turn out of a really tragic situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys showed the website, and I hope you will, because I want people to get the idea, then you guys can express it too, that it's a pageant. It's not like a beauty contest in the conventional sense.
correct.
Right.
And maybe you want to enlarge on that a little.
Yeah. Well, it's it is a beauty pageant, but it's an inner beauty and an outer beauty
There you
as
go.
well.
Yes.
Right.
And so that's how I look at it. It's women who may or may not have their own platform, those that may have been touched by a crash, but it's really there's different things from interview to judging of your photo, your little black dress, your 30-second speech, your evening gown. So it has all the components that you would think of a typical beauty pageant, but it's really about the judges getting to know you, seeing you on stage, and being able to represent in a way that is fitting of the title of, your state queen or national or international titles. So we have the typical contest and a lot of fun. It's an entire weekend starting Friday evening, and anyone can join. I mean, we have preteen, teen. We even have America's Super Hope Princess,
We do.
where you can nominate someone. They may have special needs, may not be able to compete against those that don't. And so there's even that category.
And the judges judge us also on community involvement and what you've done in your year leading up to the pageant to promote the seatbelt platform, not just that weekend.
Right.
So
I know that is really great. And it takes place in Hamilton.
it does.
You can learn a lot if you go on the website. I don't know if the guys put up the address, but I saw the website flash by for
Right.
an instant.
And the pageant is coming up?
It is. It's in June.
June
All right.
22nd. So it's kind of close.
We're getting there.
But you mentioned something this Friday. An event this Friday?
This Friday.
Okay, no.
I don't think that was us.
That wasn't us. That was
okay.
another guest.
We could do something. We could
We
dance on
could.
the floor.
No, that's fine.
So,
So, but if people want to get involved, they should do it pretty soon with the pageant coming up June 2nd.
Yes.
correct. And so they need to look at the website and look at the different deadlines. The end of May, 1st of June is the deadline for entry, and there is an entry fee and that type of thing. And so we would recommend that anybody that would like to, any women, preteen, teen, in my category, we have a couple people. We'd love to have a couple more misses. And
I think there's 3 in mine.
Yeah.
So we could have more of those.
Yeah.
It's always
Of course,
fun.
your chances of winning go up when they're less in the category.
well, or you have to look at that if you were the only one to lose and there's only a couple of
Yeah,
you're
that's
going to
pretty
feel too.
tough.
So, bring on more contestants.
Yes.
We definitely
Oh, sure.
need more people promoting seatbelt safety and more people to not only maybe compete, but to come down and see the pageant in June, because it really is all about promotion. It's about the teamwork, but it's also about the individual competition.
Right.
And so it's a great weekend. We get to be at the farmer's market and some different activities.
There's a parade and a barbecue, and Mildenberger Motors is providing all the cars for the girls to do a parade downtown Hamilton.
Oh, that's
and-
very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and for Kevi and I, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're doing this on the buddy system, and so all of our appearances we have really diligently tried to do together, and just learn and support each other, and what our individual platforms are, and yet promote the pageant platform as well. And so we just kind of we do like a tag team thing of when we went and talked to the kids in Bonner, and we talked K through 4th grade, and we were able to talk to a lot of kids that day, and we just split it up between us, and she could answer questions that I couldn't, and I could answer some that maybe she couldn't. And so
I've been in crashes. She's not so many.
I'm an
We both-
EMT, so it's a nice
Right.
We
play.
both have different
You have different
platforms,
strengths.
and
Yeah.
we each promote our individual platforms as well as our seatbelt safety. So we've been able to utilize our titles, and this time since we began our reign, to be able to not only talk about the seatbelt safety, but talk about why it's so important to us.
Right.
But then also to promote our individual platforms and to really, I've been able to educate, young women and saying, just accept who you are and this is the best I'm ever going to be, and that's good enough. And to
I
really
like
spread
that.
I tell myself that every
Yeah.
morning.
So.
Well, this
But
is
also,
a great
it's
event.
expanding. I guess we
Yeah.
gotta go because Josh
Yeah.
gave us the.
Yeah.
But just for people watching, it is expanding, isn't it? Where
Yes.
you get
Yes.
more use. I mean, I know it sounds kind of like cliche, but you can develop poise and confidence.
Yes.
Because, like, especially
Yeah.
with the buddy system, let's say two people go into it. You've gone into classrooms, you've gone like on
Right.
talk shows, all kinds of public forums, and gotten more used to public
Sure,
speaking
and you're having
and
fun
presenting.
with it too.
Yes.
which
And
is-
Well,
having
we
a
work
good time.
together, so it's nice. We can work our schedules
Right.
around it
Ah,
together.
there
So
you
that makes it
Yeah.
doubly fun.
Thank you for serving as Super Ms. and Super Mrs.
Thank you.
Yeah. And good luck with the pageant.
Thank
and people
you.
watching.
Go to the website.
Yeah, to get involved
Yes.
well before June 2nd when the pageant
Right.
takes place in Hamilton.
22nd.
22nd.
June 22nd.
Yes. They can
All
go
right,
to
they're going to get
America's
lazy
Super
now.
Pageant.
and get-
America's Super Pageant. There we go,
Superpageant.com.
it's on the site.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
you.
having us.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We'll be right back with more guests on this April 21st edition of Missoula Live.
Hello, how would you like to win $365 and many other prizes? MCAT is putting on the very first Creative Cat Film Contest. To enter, you must make a short video no longer than 2 minutes in length, and it must involve a cat, either directly or indirectly. Send us your video to contest@mcat.org. Or you can walk into our offices at MCAT at 500 North Higgins, Suite 105. As long as we can see your video, you're in.
We knew you were coming
We
back
were
so
ready.
fast.
Yes.
We are ready with Bob Clark of the Sierra Club. Bob, thanks so much for coming on.
Welcome.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. I understand there is a statewide event
Ooh, what's
Saturday,
going on?
April the 26th.
Montanans for Climate Solutions. It's a series of events across the state. Not a series, but it's events that are concurrent.
Synchronicity.
Yes, on April 26th, and the events are in different communities across Montana, from Billings and Lame Deer over to Whitefish and Hamilton and everywhere in between. I think we've got 13 communities that are participating in this event. Anything from parades to tours of, well-constructed homes, to rallies with speakers, to films, so there's a variety going on across the state.
Yeah. I mean, it's an enormous challenge when you think
yeah.
about it. Like when you were talking, and before we started the show, remember we were talking to Ed and Bob about the state of the world, how difficult it is to get to people to change their behavior on a proactive level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that way. I don't, unless something starts really knocking, I'm like, I don't need to oil that, or whatever it is. And in this case, when we're talking about climate change, everyone seems to accept that we're going to hell in a handbasket, but to stop doing the stuff we
Right.
do is enormously hard, and that's why we need this consciousness raising.
Yep, I think that there's a lot of things that individuals do on a daily basis, particularly in Missoula, but there's also things that the city does as far as their climate action plan, and then you expand that out to the state. We have a renewable energy standard in this state, and then you can expound that out to the federal government. And we've got an opportunity to reduce carbon pollution from power plants, for instance, which would go a long way to solving sort of this emissions buildup problem that we have in our atmosphere causing climate change.
So you have words of hope. You're in the
I
business.
do. And I think, renewable energy efficiency are very cost-effective ways to drive down our emissions that we're putting into the atmosphere. So those are the types of proactive solutions that we're going to be rallying for.
Yeah. And for locally in Missoula,
Right.
Saturday, April the 26th at 1 p.m., the event happens just on our neck of the woods at the Red X's Railroad in North Higgins.
Right outside our doors.
Yeah, so what happens?
Yeah, it's going to be in Circle Square, what they call Circle Square, which is to the east of the Red X's. We're going to have some speakers, and we will also have information tables set up for people to learn more about clean energy, about climate change, and what they can do. There'll be probably some postcards that people can sign, because there are some decisions that are being made, and we're always trying to get people to sign postcards to decision makers so that they're hearing from Montanans. We'll also have live music. The Little Smokies,
Oh, they're great.
popular band
that
here in
band.
Missoula,
Yeah.
have agreed to play. And so when the speakers are done, then we'll have the Little Smokies play. People can mingle around and go visit tables. We've got Dr. Steve Running from the University of Montana, our own Nobel Peace Prize laureate, member of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, who will be speaking, as well as a few other speakers. So.
Oh,
it
this
sounds
is
like
great.
a great day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once again, it is Saturday, April the 26th, at 1 p.m. and the Circle Square. It's almost like a stage, just to the east.
Yes.
It has like a elevation, and there's some places to sit and whatnot. And it's great practice for the farmers market.
And
Go
if
down
by
there.
chance people are seeing this show but aren't going to be in Missoula, they're going to be in Bozeman or someplace else on the 26th, is there a list of what's
Yeah,
going on around
there's
the
such
state?
a
Sure,
coordination.
and we've got over 50 organizations and businesses sponsoring these events.
Wow.
And the organization that's put it up on their website is Montana Environmental Information Center. So
Okay.
people can go to www.meic.org, and
MEIC.
that will list where all of the locations around the state are and when those events are.
Great.
Great. Bob, thank you for popping in. He's been really diligent. He and I were on a show with Steve Running about coal exports,
yeah.
and he came to the Wake Up Missoula morning show, too. So keep on
Good
keeping
work.
on, Bob.
Thank you for having me.
You're
All right.
most welcome. We'll be right back. We've got plenty of guests. Don't tire of us. We won't tire of you. So we'll be right back.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
Hi, you guys. We're back here with Darko Butorac, who is the musical director of the Missoula Symphony. Thanks so much for coming over.
Always a pleasure.
So it's another concert weekend. What's coming up?
It is. This is the season finale, so we got to go out with a bang. And
Yeah.
we're performing one of the greatest works of art ever accomplished by man. It's Wagner's Ring Cycle. It's actually an opera in its original form. It lasts
Right.
16 hours, and we're not doing that. Just to clarify.
I thought I was going to have to cancel
Because
my
otherwise,
dinner reservation.
exactly, yeah, there wouldn't be much time for anything. This is a presentation. It's called Ring and Orchestral Adventure. And George Bernard Shaw said of the Wagner work, it's the greatest work of art interrupted by interminable periods of boredom. Those have all been taken out.
All the
So we
slow
just do all the
parts.
good stuff. Like Ride of the Valkyries, Kill the Wabbit,
Right.
all the greatest hits. It's a fantastic work. The orchestra is huge. It's a double brass section, double woodwind section. And on top of it, it's the story of the ring is very much similar to, say, the story of Lord of the Rings, if you're familiar with that. J.R.R. Tolkien and Wagner took the same source for the myth. So you have all the things. You have a dragon, you have a ring that corrupts, you have a broken sword, you have a reluctant hero, you have kind of a godlike figure. I'm thinking of, oh goodness, Wotan and the Gandalf in...
Right.
That was what I was trying to remember. So very, very similar stories, and we'll tell the stories to the audience. So we'll actually present the story along with the music, because one of the special things about this piece is that the orchestra actually acts as a dramatic character. So, for example, if one character appears, you will hear a certain tune. If somebody mentions the sword, you will hear music which is associated with the sword. And of course, John Williams took this for Star Wars.
Yeah,
And
the motif, the use of the motif.
The use of the motif, exactly. And in fact, John Williams directly ripped off the Siegfried motif, which is the hero of Wagner's opera,
my gosh.
to create Luke Skywalker's theme in Star Wars. So it's really an incredible work. It's over 50 years old since its creation started, yet it still impacts our popular culture this very day.
Right.
And it's so cool to be able to present it. It's a very big orchestra. It's hard to put together. It's expensive.
Yeah.
So it's a great treat to be able to present it to our community.
Oh, what a wonderful way to wrap up the season. That sounds
It's the
fun.
finale. This is Saturday, April the 26th at 7:30 p.m., Sunday, April the 27th at 3 p.m. in the Denison Theater on the UM campus. So you have a big house
Yes.
to play to.
Indeed.
Large capacity.
Always a pleasure.
And tickets are still available.
Tickets are still available. MissoulaSymphony.org, I think, is the best place. You can choose your seat online. Very easy. But just very excited. It's been the most successful season in the history of the orchestra.
Oh, congratulations.
We've sold more tickets than ever, and thank you guys for allowing us to promote our concerts over the year.
Yeah, thank
Really
you for
appreciate it.
having the concerts. I went to the Christmas one. I enjoyed it very much.
fun.
And I won, where you donate the money for
Yeah.
which song. Mine was chosen.
Excellent.
And it only cost me like $12.
I
That's what I had in
love
my pocket.
Someday.
Oh, goodness.
You got to come back next year.
Well,
That's
yeah,
it.
I know.
Exactly.
More money. That's what's needed.
Yeah.
And looking ahead, will there be another summer concert in Kansas?
Oh, a free one in August?
As always, second Sunday of August
Nice.
it will be the 10th anniversary of Symphony in the Park in Karis
Wow.
Park. We'll have a very special presentation. We have a special guest that we'll announce when time gets closer. And also it'll be the beginning of the 60th anniversary season of the Missoula Symphony. So we're very excited. We have a fantastic season plan, which will actually be announced at the concert this weekend. It's really going to be blockbuster piece after blockbuster piece, kind of the best that symphonic music has to
Great.
offer all year long.
Well, thanks for another great season.
My pleasure.
And we'll look forward to this weekend.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank
Congratulations. All right, we'll be right back, you guys. I don't even know who's left. There's more people left.
Someone
Yeah.
coming out.
Come on, guys. Rolling? Good. When hiking in bear country like this, it's important to remember your essentials, like bear spray and knowing how to use it. Liam, where's my bear spray?
I put it in the bottom of your pack.
I didn't mean... How am I supposed to get it quickly?
When adventuring in bear country, remember, bring bear spray and know how to use it. Hike in groups, make noise, and don't run. Be bear aware.
And we're back. We're back with my friend Beth
Yes.
Cogswell. She works for Five Valleys Land Trust. And they are having a fundraiser, an annual banquet, and an auction.
This
Beth,
is the
thanks
season.
for coming over.
It really is the season, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot going on in
Ours is
town.
number one.
This
Just so
sounds
you know.
fun. Tell us
Right.
what's going on.
Well, actually, this is our 20th annual banquet, so that's a big
Wow.
deal to have
Yeah.
been doing this for 20 years. So it's May 10th, Saturday evening at the UC Ballroom, and it sounds kind of like a standard fundraiser, dinner, silent auction, live auction, but it really is fun. And I, as a staff person, I'm always amazed at how much of a great time that I have at this event. It's a chance for a lot of landowners, private landowners who have conservation easements with Five Valleys, and then just members of the organization and supporters to all get together and have a good time. So you see a lot of people in cowboy hats and in really lovely, not necessarily gowns, but evening dresses, and you just see people from all walks of life, and so it's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
In that way, yeah.
Now, for people who aren't totally familiar, and I think most of us are, but with Five Valleys Land
sure.
Trust, tell us a little bit about the organization and what you're raising money for.
Absolutely. So, Five Valleys Land Trust, we work with private landowners on conservation easement to protect, might be open space or wildlife habitat on their property, or a lot of times it's to protect farm and ranch land. So we work on projects with private landowners. That's the bulk of our work. But we also are involved in public acquisition projects. So we helped protect Mount Jumbo and the Alberton Gorge and Sentinel, and so we have these pretty big signature projects that you can see in the Missoula Valley. And so right now our public acquisition project is Rock Creek, and that's the confluence of the Clark Fork River and Rock Creek. So we're working to protect the clean water and the native fishery there by restoring that property that once was slated for development. And so we're in the middle of restoring it, and we're starting to build trails. And so our work is designed to create public access to that property that previously had been under private ownership. So,
Right.
so conservation is our business. So, and we we look at what we call conservation values. So we're interested in protecting like key wildlife habitat or riparian areas or farm and ranch land. So.
Which is getting
or
more
recreation
popular.
areas, yeah. And so
The farming movement, like the CFAC Coalition.
absolutely.
For F&H.
Right, and yeah, so part of our work is to support family farmers so they can stay on their family farm or ranch and perhaps pass it on to generations. That's what a lot of farmers and ranchers are interested in getting into these conservation easements. They want to make sure that their children and their grandchildren can, stay on the land.
Yeah.
And it's a tool that helps them do that in a variety of ways that you probably don't want to hear about right now. But
this is
They're bullying us into moving
One of
on all the time.
one of the few areas of the country where you have a real interaction between agricultural use and a city, and the border is very porous, and we're very fortunate.
you're right,
And
yeah.
every time we look around, we see the results of your good work.
Thank
So,
you. That's what I think too. It is kind of gratifying to just
yeah.
look out your window and think, oh, it's nice that there's not houses on Jumbo or in the North Hills or even in the South. A lot of the South Hills we've protected where I live.
Well. All right.
So this is an important fundraiser. Let's get the info down again. May 10th is the annual banquet and auction, the 20th. Right?
Yep.
And tell people how they can get tickets and where to go. And
Sure. They can visit our website and buy tickets online, and that's, I think you'll probably post the web address.
I think you did.
Yeah.
You can also call us and really speak to any of our staff to buy tickets, and we do have tickets left. So
5490755.
they do go fast.
They go
We
fast,
come close to selling out every year. So.
So there are no sluggards. 5490755 for the tickets. They're $55.
Which is a great deal.
Well, because look at the menu.
You get a dinner, you get
roasted
a delicious
beets,
dinner.
beef tenderloin with carrot ferrato. I don't know what that is. So that sounds good.
It's a grain. It's really good.
Stuffed portobello mushroom
Yeah.
and triple chocolate terrine with flathead cherry
We
sauce.
choose kind of a higher end. We choose higher end dinners. I have
Yeah.
to say.
So
The meal
that's
is
a good
very
idea.
good.
It's
Yeah.
like well worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess we better go, but are there any signature auction items you want people
Yeah.
to know about?
Yes. We have a lot of great things, but this year I'm particularly excited about a beautiful painting by Stephanie Frosted called
She's
Search.
one of my
I really
favorite
like her.
artists.
It's really
Yeah.
beautiful. And
It's
then,
called what, Beth? I'm sorry.
It's called Search, and
Search.
there's a female figure and then a horse on the horizon. It's really, I think that's exciting. I think it's going to do really well. And then this year we have a new thing, a runner's package, and so it includes training with ultra marathoner Mike Foote and Olympian Courtney Babcock. Now I feel bad if I don't know her last name. I believe that's
Sounds
right.
good to
yeah,
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then a
So
variety of
training
other
with
things.
an Olympian
Yes.
and a runner expert.
Yeah, and it
package.
includes like entry to this ultra marathon race at Big Sky and a bunch of stuff from Runner's Edge. And
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that would be exciting.
yeah,
I'm
like I
going
said, that's
for
a
the
new.
painting,
It's
but
a
I'm
new
more,
thing
physically
for
inclined
us.
than I am, but
We're hoping we'll have at least a few runners in the audience.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
good luck with the
All right.
event. It's
Yeah, good
a
luck,
terrific
Yeah.
organization and a terrific night.
Thanks.
May 10th, you guys, and just look up Five Valleys Land Trust
Yeah.
to learn more. We'll be right back. I see Shaun Bummer warming up in the wings for the world's biggest and greatest garage sale west of the Rockies.
Cool.
All right.
East of Mississippi. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to MCAT. MCAT stands for Missoula Community Access Television. We are a nonprofit group that helps the community get into broadcasting and communication. How? I'm not sure. If it's too formal, I mean, people are just gonna be like, oh, that's boring. And then if it's too like, oh yeah, we don't give a crap, la-di-da. Are you filming this? Yeah. Oops. How? We train anybody who comes through our doors how to shoot, edit, and produce videos. Whether you like to be in front of the camera or behind, we provide the equipment you need to get started, so come on down.
How you guys were back. We're amazed, aren't we? How
We're
fast we just
pretty
ripped through all our
impressed
guests.
with ourselves.
So now we're slowing down with Shaun Bummer. He's here
Let's
from
just chat.
Advocates because they have a fundraiser coming up.
Yeah, this
Shaun,
is a
welcome.
biggie. In
Yeah.
fact, it's the biggest.
Yes, it's the world's largest garage sale. It's coming up this Saturday, April 26th. We're having it from 9 a.m. to 1:30, and it's going to be in the University Center parking lodge on the University of Montana campus. It's right by the Mansfield Library University Center, so it's a good spot on campus. And we'll have a bunch. You can come on down. We have a bunch of different vendors. You can find some great deals on some things. Just come browse around. Whether you're a student or just looking for great items, it helps out our organization, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah. How long does it go? All day long, or super early, or what are the hours?
So it'll be from 9 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon. So kind of towards the morning. And then for vendors, we'll start setting up right around 7:30 in the morning. So it's a pretty early morning, but
it is for
at least for a college student. I'm still in college, so
yeah, for you it's like a big day.
How many vendors do you usually have?
We usually get quite a few. We'll have the entire first level of the parking garage filled up with vendors. There's about 100 parking spaces down just that first level. So vendors will usually fill up two to three parking spaces. So we usually get 40, 50 vendors. So there'll be a variety of things to check out there.
Yeah,
sure.
And I mean, in years past, I've seen great, kind of more flea market-y, antique type stuff, as well as just your good old everyday
household goods.
My junk could be your treasure. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There's such a great variety of things. In fact, last year, obviously I put on the event, but there was one really kind lady. She was selling scarves, and it was really funny. I went over there. This was last fall when we had our fundraiser, and I'm like, I need to find a really nice scarf for my mother, and I found one.
Perfect. Yes, and Mother's Day is coming up.
Perfect. There you go.
So,
Shaun, can you tell people what UM advocates do?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah.
Just so they have a little overview.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, this is our semi-annual fundraiser for UM Advocates. So UM Advocates are essentially the student ambassador group to the University of Montana. So we just do a massive variety of things. We give campus tours. We help out with our orientation programs. We do plenty of community service projects in the Missoula community and in the campus community as a whole. We work with a lot of different offices on campus. We work with the president's office, the alumni association, you name it. I'm very proud of the membership of our organization. Our membership is about 70 strong, and we just have some great leaders on campus that do a lot of great things for the university. And so this fundraiser, whether you're a vendor or just participating, coming and checking it out, it helps us out.
Now,
so we really appreciate
if people are interested in being a vendor, is it too late?
No, absolutely
online,
not.
I saw it.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're still interested in becoming a vendor, there are a couple different ways you can go about it, and we'll actually accept registration forms until the day of the event. So you still have plenty of time. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to, there's actually one of two ways you can do it. You can go inside the University Center on the University of Montana campus, and on the first floor there's the information desk. It's called The Source. And you head down there and just ask for a World's Largest Garage Sale registration form, and get that filled out, and you can send it back to them, or there's information you can mail it in. And you'll be good to go, and then we'll take care of it, and you can just join us on Saturday, and you'll be a vendor. Also, too, you can our registration form is available on our website. Probably the easiest way to access our website is if you just Google World's Largest Garage Sale Missoula.
That's what I did. It got me there.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to get to it.
Otherwise, it's all like UMT/.
Yeah, and I can give you that link too, but it's you might as well just Google it, and you actually go to our UM Advocates website. And right from there's a link that says World's Largest Garage Sale, and then download registration form. And then once you get that, you can print it out, get it all filled out, bring it by the University Center or mail it in. And I'm more than happy to have as many vendors as possible. Like I said, it really helps out our organization.
And what's the fee to be a vendor?
That's a great question. It's so the basic fee is $25, which if you think with how much stuff you can bring and how many potential buyers we have at our garage sale, there's a lot of potential for our vendors to make a lot of money. So for $25, you get 2 parking spaces. And then if you want a little bit more space than just 2 parking spaces, we'll sell you $10 for an extra space. So we have some vendors with 3 spaces, they're paying $35, and then we have a couple with 4, and they're paying $45 for it. So we have one vendor that wanted 8 spaces as well. So I'm sure she has a lot of stuff, right?
Right. But that's a screaming deal, because taking out,
Absolutely.
for instance, an ad, if you're having your own sale,
totally. Yeah,
it's almost like that much money.
Oh, totally. And yeah.
And you'll be having a party, because it is a very much
well, there's
party
a lot of other
atmosphere.
vendors, and tons of people go. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we'll have a coffee vendor there, and then Dining on campus is gonna have their food truck out there too. So you can get some food, some coffee, and come on out.
Yeah.
Well, Shaun, thank you so much.
Thank you.
for coming
Appreciate
on
it.
again.
Thanks
Good luck
for
this
doing
year
it.
with that.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. We have one more set of guests, I think. One more. And this is about the Beaux-Art Ball, which is going to
it's gonna
benefit
be fun.
students at University of Montana's art department. So stay. Oh no, we have Hatton. I see her now.
Just poking her
It
little
was
head
Beth
out,
who told
so
me,
we
like,
can
everybody's
see
gone but those
that
guys.
There's someone else.
Yes.
We still have plenty of time.
We have
though.
plenty
We're
of
gonna
time.
get
Hatton
ready for
Littman
this
is here
work.
from Missoula County Public Schools. We're going to talk about the mill levy coming up for a
This
vote.
is important.
And the ballots are out this week. So come right back and you'll learn more about that.
Flagships helped me because the coordinators, I've been able to talk to them and they've helped me and get through hard times, and I've learned a lot of new experiences that I would have never done.
If I wasn't participating in Flagship, I would be playing video games at home.
Definitely it's helped me with, my comfort level. Also, I got better grades.
They helped me on a study skill, different tips.
The Flagship program, because after school shouldn't be an afterthought.
Let's say you were watching one of MCAT's programs not too long ago. If you or anyone you know wants a copy of our wonderful programming, call us at 542-6228 or email us at mcat.org. Ask for a dub request and tell us what you want. We'll get it to you. Walk-ins welcome. Just go to 500 North Higgins, Suite 105, just off Spruce.
Oh, we're back.
Hi.
Well, and Hatton Littman
We're
is
just
here
chatting.
from Missoula County Public Schools. And she's asking an interesting question, because you said the last time you were on the show it was just me, and it might have been What's Up Missoula, which is a different show that's longer. But now that we have the morning show, I'm not doing What's Up Missoula.
Oh, really? You gave that up?
Yeah, kind of gave it up. I mean, without much fanfare, so I'll probably take it up again.
Haven't
I've been doing it for 14
pouring in,
years.
saying what happened?
Not yet.
We want
Not
one,
yet.
Joel.
But that might be why.
That's exactly why.
Okay.
Yeah, because Kim has been the co-host. You've been the co-host. We've been doing the show about, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 years.
I think this might be year 3. I know. So welcome. Glad you're
Yes,
here. And
after all that.
you have something important to share with all of us and remind us about, right?
I do. There are ballots that will be mailed today, and so voters within the Missoula city and county limits will start receiving their mail-in ballots during the next few days. I would say by Friday at the absolute latest. And for Missoula city voters, we'll have 2 things on the ballot that relate to the school district. One is an operations levy for our elementary district. We're asking the voters to approve a $181,000 levy that helps us essentially take our general fund from the base level that the state mandates to the maximum allowed budget. So school districts are always funded by a state funding formula, but local taxpayers have the opportunity to augment that essentially and allow the local school district to fund itself the way that the local entity wants it to be funded. Essentially, it's allowing us to keep doing the programs that we already have within Missoula County Public Schools and afford to pay for staff salaries and benefits, utilities like water and electricity, curriculum and instructional materials, that sort of thing.
Right. And I saw on your Facebook page there was an estimation of what type of increase would be involved if someone owned a home that was valued at $200,000.
That's right. So for the $181,000 levy, if you own property that's valued at $200,000, it would be about $4.45 per year increased on your property taxes.
Right.
So less than $5 per year for a home valued at $200,000.
Right. Just so people could put that in perspective.
absolutely.
The education issue and so on.
And
But-
again, this isn't for a lot of new and additional stuff.
That's exactly right.
This is to
help
maintain.
That's right. It's to maintain our general fund and essentially keep paying for the programs we already have in place and pay for the staff that we already employ. We see in rising enrollment in our elementary district, and so when you get more students, your base budget that's allocated by the state rises. That means that we actually have to ask voters for a little bit more money on top of the base budget to get to that max budget, that place that local voters allow school districts to go to fund their programs. The other piece that's on these ballots for the city and for the county are trustee positions. And I know that people have, if you're watching the newspaper, have seen trustee profiles for our school board trustees. And I just encourage everybody to inform themselves and read those trustee profiles and reach out to those candidates if they have questions and make sure that they vote. Ballots are due back by May the 6th, and there will be drop-off locations around the city on May the 6th, so if you don't want to pay for a stamp, you can always drop off your ballot that day. And our website, mcpsmt.org, lists those drop-off locations.
Right, so people look in your mailboxes.
Yes.
There is some recourse, if you don't see a ballot, call the Missoula County Elections Office and try to figure out what is going on. And I think the ballots are going out this week, so if by Friday, as you mentioned, you don't see it, people should probably call.
Absolutely, and they should call the Missoula County Elections Office in the county courthouse because they manage all the registered active voters who are signed up to receive mail ballots.
721-5700. Ask for the other office, because I can remember that part.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's so important to vote, so important to get the word out, so thank you for coming and reminding us all that it's about to happen.
It's my pleasure. Thanks so much.
You're most welcome. So we've got 2 more guests stay with us on this Missoula Live edition of many, many
It's like
guests.
the fishes and loaves out there.
Yeah,
It's just kind
they're multiplying. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Sam Schultz. I'm a professional cyclist, I'm a national champion, and I'm a 2012 U.S. Olympian. But more than that, I'm a native Montanan, and I'm proud of the work being done here at home by the Montana Food Bank Network. For over 30 years, MFBN has worked with charities across the state to distribute food items to the 1 in 7 Montanans struggling with hunger, including nearly 46,000 children. To learn how you can help, please visit mfbn.org, because together there's no limit to what we can accomplish.
Are you interested in pursuing a job in television and need experience, or are you interested in picking up a new skill? Missoula Community Access Television is a place for you. MCAT can get you trained and ready so you can hit the ground running in television. Call us at 542-6228 or email us mcat.org.
And we're back with students from University of Montana Arts. They are here to promote the Beaux Arts Ball and
yes, indeed.
a sense of what the spirit of the event.
The spirit of the event, Joel. The spirit of the event is, of course, magic.
Right.
This will be the 111th annual Beaux Arts Ball. I myself am about 958 years old, but...
Like the ghost of Christmas past.
I've met him before. He's a nice man.
Antiquity with some robustness.
Yes, yes.
Who else have you got with you?
My name is Thornton Moonberry the 1300th. This is Moonshadow.
Watashi wa grok desu.
Something grockish. I'm not sure on his
You have
name.
to translate for him.
He speaks many languages, but none of which I understand. You can imagine I know many languages being 857,000 years old. But...
Yapsimash. Watashi wa grok desu. In which is...
We are here on business, though.
Oh, right. I had almost forgotten.
That happens to me as well.
There's an event coming up, and it's kind of like a party.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the best parties you'll ever be to in your life.
In fact, it's a ball.
Dancing. Yes, there will be much dancing, much music.
Is there a graphic
fire twirling?
that Moonshadow has?
Moonshadow.
I've seen this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. A night of magic.
É muito importante que vá ao evento Ed Morrissey, stage 112.
Oh, it's stage 112.
Yes.
And Ed Morrissey's on our board of directors.
Yes.
So he might have something to do with this Beaux-Arts business.
Fascinating. That Gracco one, he's an interesting character.
Yeah, that
indeed.
he almost burst into intelligibility with the
At moments he does. He does. At moments, yes.
Ed Morrissey.
And so for our viewers who don't know, the 112 it's called Stage 112. It is a part of the Elks Lodge on the corner of Patty and Front Streets. So the Elks, they've dusted themselves off. They've pointed up their antlers after some years of sleepiness. They're almost in the rut over there, and they have redone the Elks Lodge, and they really want to get more people involved in that beautiful building. So one of their answers is to create Stage 112.
And this will be a
where
great
the party
event to
is
have it
going to
there.
be.
So
Yes.
the date is
May 2nd, first Friday.
May 2nd.
Excellent.
What time does the Beaux-Arts Ball start?
8 to question mark.
8 till whenever.
Yeah.
Probably 2 because they are a bar.
Well,
so
yeah.
We'll probably be closing before 2.
Whenever, but probably 2, yeah.
I've seen
Question mark.
The Elks. They go in for fun, but not hanky-panky.
That's
and
right,
so
yeah,
there's
legal
the
fun,
clock
yeah.
on the wall turns, and fun turns to hanky-panky, and everyone comes out.
Indeed.
Gandalf has...
Gandalf! My name is Thornton Elder Moonberry, the 1300th.
He has his
something like
mic
that.
attached to
I
his
go by many
beard.
names.
That's really true.
Yes.
Now, is it a costume ball? I'm
Of
just
course,
guessing.
it's a costume. Well, I mean, this is how I dress every day, but for those who don't, yes, it is encouraged that you wear your most magnificent and fantastic costume.
Krakenwagen.
There will be prizes.
Very good. For the appearance, what
Yes,
would bring?
and other raffle. There will be a raffle. Many musicians, musical bands, dragons perhaps.
Whoa,
One
it's a
does not
night
know
of
what to
magic.
expect.
It is a benefit for
The
art
Artist Collective,
students.
yes.
The Artist Collective at the University of Montana.
Yes, indeed.
Does this mean it is pricey to go?
No.
Does it cost an arm and a leg?
As one would imagine, the artists do not have much money.
No.
But $7 will be the cost, which is pricey. It is, Will.
I
But
think that's a deal.
how many times do you get to see a dragon?
For $7.
Exactly.
And more.
Plus live music.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This is excellent. Well, is there anything you want to add to your proclamation?
Ed Morrissey.
Yes.
Yes, I think we've covered it.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank all of you for coming over and for putting such a good foot forward.
I got 2 wizard sandals.
Right. I forgot when it was, though. I'm so captivated by their appearance.
First
Friday,
Friday,
May
yes.
2nd. The venue is Stage 112 at the Elks Lodge on the corner of Patty and Front. Is only $7
8
to
p.m.
support the Beaux-Arts. 8 p.m. to question mark, 8 p.m. to hanky-panky. and your attendance will not only enliven your own existence, but that of the Artist Collective at the university.
Support the young University Arts.
Thanks,
And
you
the
guys.
old. There's also old there.
We've got one more guest and 6 minutes in which to present them, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ed Morrissey.
Here's your bear spray, babe.
I don't need it. I can outrun them. Look, I ran track in high school.
No, you can't. You're not supposed to run from bears. And you did the shot put.
Okay, I'll spray down.
What? No, don't spray it!
My face is burning! My face is burning now!
When hunting in bear country, understand it puts you at risk. Be smart, be safe, be bear aware.
And we're back. These These folks are officially our last guests, but we're
Yes.
so tired we're going to talk more slowly, so we may go past the hour, but we have permission to do so. And our guests are Linda Lee and Susan Clarion. They are here representing the Missoula Time Bank. Welcome, and thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you
I
know
wish
it.
We could have dressed in costumes too.
I
but
know.
Isn't that
we'll
something?
be ourselves. That'll be.
Even
that'll
though
be
you
interesting.
don't have a wizard hat on, you have a fascinating concept in this new organization. Can you tell us about it?
Well, the Missoula Time Bank is a service exchange where everybody's time is worth the same. So the value is the same no matter what you do. So for example, if I rake somebody's lawn for an hour, then I go into the MissoulaTimeBank.org website and I record that hour, and then I have an hour to spend. And I could spend it on just about anything, on
Piano
acupuncture or
lesson,
piano lessons or potato salad or
So
quite a
it's,
few
it's
different
like a
things.
work barter system, but there's more to it than just
It's not bartering,
Bartering.
because usually with bartering, right, it's one-on-one exchange.
Right.
But this way, you could put in quite a few hours helping out someone who needs dog walking twice a week, and then you bank your hours, and then you might end up with 10 hours to spend, and and then you get to decide what you'd like to use those hours for. So it creates a really nice playing field, and it's a wonderful alternative to our regular monetary exchange of goods.
Yeah.
Right. So how does it work? I'm assuming a website makes all of this really much easier.
So we are affiliated with a time bank software.
Okay.
And so the software, everybody becomes familiar with using the software. So you put requests and offers onto the software, and then you can also account for the provision of services and also for the receiving of services.